you're like most people, you don't know some of the things that happened in your birth year. Sure, some of these things might be ancient history, some might bring back fond memories, and some you might find surprisingly relevant today. Sit back and relax, and let's review 20 forgotten events that made life in America. Be sure to stick around for the last one because you might remember your family having one of these cars. New shows. Television in the year brought us new shows, especially sci-fi, fantasy, and comedy. Star Trek Voyager debuted on the new UPN network, while Dragon Ball Z captivated millennials with epic battles. Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules brought us fun adventures. Jag was a military drama mixed with courtroom intrigue. Comedies like The Drew Carey Show and Mad TV kept us laughing, and The Outer Limits thrills us with the unknown.
Mighty princess, forged in the heat of battle.
Political shift. On January 4th, for the first time in 40 years, the Republican Party gained control of Congress. This historic political upheaval culminated in the Republican Revolution by former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Newt Gingrich. Americans watched as debates over welfare reform, taxes, and healthcare took center stage. The cultural shift was palpable, signaling a new era of partisanship and political strategies. This moment is often regarded as the dawn of modern polarized politics.
Our new speaker, the gentleman from Georgia, Newt Gingrich.
Shuffles and returns. Several franchises packed their bags in a year that felt like shuffling cards. The Los Angeles Rams relocated to St. Louis, sparking heartbreak and excitement. The NFL expanded, welcoming the Carolina Panthers and Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, Cleveland Browns fans mourned their team's move to Baltimore, where they quickly became the Ravens. Michael Jordan unretired and returned to the NBA in March, and Mike Tyson stepped back into the boxing ring after being in prison, both reigniting their legacies. Even hockey joined the shuffle as the Quebec Nordiques became the Colorado Avalanche. Sports in 1995 wasn't just entertainment, it's a reminder that it is a business.
Kind of a somber scene as you watched us on game day this morning. The fans in Cleveland laying the stadium to rest.
Reach for the stars. It was a banner year for space exploration. NASA's Space Shuttle Discovery was launched by its first female shuttle pilot, Eileen Collins, and rendezvoused with the Russian Mir space station. The Galileo spacecraft reached Jupiter, transmitting invaluable data about its moons. Comet Hale-Bopp was discovered, captivating astronomers worldwide. It was visible to the naked eye for a record 18 months. These achievements fueled American pride and curiosity, proving that the sky is not the limit. Oscars. On March 27th, Forrest Gump was the night's big winner with 6 Oscars. Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump was a heartwarming tale of an extraordinary man whose simple outlook and unshakable kindness profoundly impact the world around him. The Lion King was an animated epic of family, loss, and destiny in the breathtaking African savanna. The Disney classic took home 2 Oscars. Other films that took home a couple of Oscars were Ed Wood and the action movie Speed, starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction made him a big winner. Sadly, The Shawshank Redemption was nominated 7 times, but was shut out without any Oscars. Each film brought something unique: heartwarming tales, groundbreaking animation, edge-of-your-seat action, and timeless storytelling.
And the Oscar goes to Forrest Gump.
Selena. March 31st was a somber day as the world lost Selena, the queen of Tejano music. Her album, Dreaming of You, was released 4 months later and became the first primarily Spanish-language album to top the Billboard 200 with over 300,000 units sold. Hits on the album included love ballads, Dreaming of You, I Could Fall in Love, and many Tejano classics. Selena's influence on music and culture transcended genres, paving the way for future Latin artists. Her legacy continues to inspire millions. Classics and blockbusters. It was a banner year for Hollywood, delivering an unforgettable mix of drama, action, and innovation. Films like Braveheart, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture, captivated audiences with its epic storytelling and stunning battles of the Scottish warrior William Wallace. The animated Toy Story revolutionized cinema as the first entirely computer-generated feature film, marking the beginning of Pixar's reign. Action fans flocked to see Die Hard with a Vengeance, Batman Forever, and GoldenEye. Meanwhile, Seven, Heat, and The Unusual Suspects thrilled us. With its gripping depiction of real-life heroism, Apollo 13 had us on the edge of our seats. From comedies to pulse-pounding adventures, there was no shortage of movies.
But they'll never take our freedom!
The Information Superhighway. It was a time of curiosity and wonder as the dot-com era opened up endless possibilities. People experienced the thrill of hearing a dial-up modem connect, exploring rudimentary websites, and sending their first emails. Platforms like GeoCities and AngelFire introduced us to having personal websites where users could customize their corner of the internet with bright backgrounds, clunky fonts, and quirky GIFs. Meanwhile, America Online hit 4.5 million subscribers by the end of the year, revolutionizing communication with its iconic "You've Got Mail" greeting and bustling chat rooms that connected strangers from across the country. Amazon, eBay, and Yahoo were launched this year. The defunct Netscape IPO ushered in the dot-com era. The World Wide Web was where creativity and self-expression blossomed online, forever changing how we connect, shop, and share.
Welcome, you've got mail.
Sports Car of the Year. That honor goes to the 1995 Dodge Viper RT10. Its thunderous V10 engine and many curves made it a young man's dream come true. Driving one meant embracing raw power and minimal creature comforts. It was a pure adrenaline on four wheels. The Dodge Viper also appeared on TV as Viper, a mid-90s TV show in which the car transformed into a gray-silver weaponized armored assault vehicle known as the Defender. Chrysler launched the TV series in 1994, and it aired on NBC to promote car sales. Digital. On July 14th, the MP3 format was named and standardized, marking the dawn of a new music format. For the first time, music could be compressed into small digital files without significantly losing quality, a concept that felt almost magical to those accustomed to stacks of vinyl, cassettes, and CDs. This innovation transformed the way people collected and shared music. It was a watershed moment that paved the way for MP3 players, forever altering how we consume music and leading to the streaming era we enjoy today.
All you had to do was type in a track name, hit download, and boom, you had the latest hits.
We are the champions. The San Francisco 49ers thrilled fans with a Super Bowl win over the San Diego Chargers. The Atlanta Braves finally won a World Series title by defeating the Cleveland Indians. The Houston Rockets dominated the NBA by sweeping the Orlando Magic, and the New Jersey Devils lit up the NHL with their first Stanley Cup, defeating the Detroit Red Wings. Jeff Gordon's meteoric rise in NASCAR added to sports triumph. Start me up. On August 24th, Microsoft unveiled Windows 95, ushering in a transformative era in personal computing. The launch was met with unprecedented enthusiasm, with consumers lining up at midnight to purchase the new operating system. Within the first 4 days, over 1 million copies were sold. This overwhelming response highlighted the public's eagerness to embrace the innovative features of Windows 95, such as the Start menu and taskbar, which simplified and enhanced the user experience. If you recall, the Windows 95 marketing campaign featured Rolling Stone's Start Me Up, in which Microsoft paid $3 million for the rights to use the song. The success of Windows 95 marked a significant shift towards more user-friendly computing and laid the foundation for modern operation today. Soundtrack hits. The year was filled with hit songs, but it was the year that brought us hits from movie soundtracks. Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio was a haunting anthem of redemption and struggle in the movie Dangerous Minds, starring Michelle Pfeiffer. Kiss from a Rose by Seal, featured in Batman Forever, was a soulful, poetic ballad that gave you goosebumps and intrigue. Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman by Bryan Adams? Well, you heard it all the time on Top 40 radio back in the day. It was featured in the movie Don Juan DeMarco, starring Johnny Depp and Marlon Brando. Colors of the Wind by Vanessa Williams carried Disney magic and a powerful message to Pocahontas, and won the Oscar for Best Original Song. Rock's Hall of Fame. On September 2nd, Cleveland, Ohio proudly became the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, chosen for its deep musical roots as many music legends came to perform. Architect I.M. Pei designed the striking pyramid-shaped building, blending modernity with rock's rebellious spirit. The opening ceremony was a star-studded event featuring performances by Chuck Berry, Bob Dylan, and Aretha Franklin, celebrating the legends who shaped music history. Visitors marveled at iconic artifacts from Elvis's jumpsuits to Jimi Hendrix's guitars. The museum quickly became a cultural landmark, reminding us of rock's power to inspire generations.
Well, look at how cool this place is already. I'm so excited, and I think we go all the way up, all the way to the top of the pyramid. And that's a big hot dog.
Iron Man. On September 6th, Cal Ripken Jr. shattered Lou Gehrig's legendary record of 2,130 consecutive games played, a streak that had stood since 1939. By this milestone, Ripken's career had already spanned 14 remarkable years. His streak ultimately extended to an awe-inspiring 2,632 games, a record that still stands today. Ripken continued to play until 2001, further solidifying his status as an icon of endurance and dedication. Fans across the nation celebrated this unforgettable moment. Known as the Iron Man, his durability is a testament to hard work and resilience that inspires everyone.
On September 20th, halting his streak at 2,632 games.
Something new is here. On September 9th, Sony launched PlayStation in America, quickly selling over 100,000 units in its opening weekend. It retailed for $299, which would be $600 today. With groundbreaking graphics and immersive gameplay, the PlayStation revolutionized the gaming industry. Titles like Twisted Metal, Crash Bandicoot, Ridge Racer, and Final Fantasy VII captivated players. The console introduced gaming as an experience, with cinematic storytelling and complex worlds that felt alive. The PlayStation became the first console to ship over 100 million units worldwide. Many say their success is attributed to third-party developers making games for the system. Either way, it began gaming's evolution into a dominant cultural force. The Trial of the Century. On October 3rd, the OJ Simpson trial was a spectacle that captivated millions and held the nation in suspense. His acquittal delivered a verdict as divisive as it was unforgettable. The trial's live broadcast became daily rituals for Americans, sparking impassioned debates about race, justice, and the influence of celebrity. It was filled with characters and shocking twists. The moment OJ Simpson tried on the infamous gloves became the highlight of the trial, immortalized by Johnny Cochran's famous line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." The media coverage, public discourse, and perceptions of the justice system remain etched in history.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187.
A million strong. On October 16th, the Million Man March brought hundreds of thousands to Washington, D.C., emphasizing unity, family, and responsibility. It became a powerful movement organized by Louis Farrakhan, highlighting the strength and resilience of black communities. The event also stood to counter the divisiveness of the O.J. Simpson trial, which had gripped the nation weeks earlier. While the trial exposed societal rifts, the march sought to heal and inspire, showcasing solidarity and a renewed commitment to progress and self-improvement.
People from all over come to participate in the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March.
A milestone. November 21st was a day of celebration on Wall Street as the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 5,000 points for the first time. This milestone reflected the booming economy of the mid-90s, fueled by gains from industrial giants in technology like General Electric, Coca-Cola, IBM, and Microsoft. These companies embody the optimism of an era when globalization and innovation reshaped the market. It was a time when the market achieved this benchmark, marking a turning point for investors and a nation riding the wave of economic success. Bestsellers. Let's look at some of the best-selling cars of the year. A At number 5, the Toyota Camry was a model of reliability and became a trusted family car. The Honda Accord offered sleek design and efficiency, embodying the perfect blend of practicality and style. The Ford Taurus redefined the mid-size sedan market with its bold curves, becoming a favorite. The Ford Explorer was the rugged adventurer's dream, pioneering the SUV craze. The Chevy CK model trucks were popular pickup vehicles for blue-collar jobs. Meanwhile, the Ford F-Series stood tall as a dependable workhorse, proving why it was an American icon year after year. There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, watch another one. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video next.